Welcome back. It's episode 14 of the Pariah podcast. We're back, and there's a new face with us. Down below me, my great friend here with us, friend of the show, Adeel Markatia. Go ahead and introduce yourself. You got it.
What's up, guys? My name is Adeel. Some things to know about me: I support Liverpool, uh,
Woo!
but 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 I do have very down to earth takes about my team and other teams, so that won't be getting in
Wow.
the way. And my ball knowledge is a little under elite. I'd say it's all right.
Wow, man. Humility. Humility talk. We need more of that here. But
Yo,
listen, we
first humble Liverpool fan is crazy.
you're one of
No,
a
we've had
kind.
we've had some humbling times in the past couple of years,
Yeah.
so
Facts.
Nah, but listen, we heard your everyone's, responses to us about there's too many Arsenal fans on the damn show. So like we're giving a deal some here damn minutes. But hopefully, yeah, at least a better discussion. Listen, this is a weird game week in the Premier League because we're playing one half of the games one weekend, another half of the games another weekend, but we did have two spectacular games this past weekend. The first of which was one we have been fearing for quite some time. Man City took on Newcastle, and the inevitable happened. The Ginger Demon, Kevin De Bruyne, came in. I believe it was the 70th minute, and he absolutely wreaked havoc. In 4 minutes, he scored, and then in the 91st minute, he set up Oscar Bob for the game winner after
Beautiful goal.
Newcastle should have had 3 points. I'm traumatized. You guys take this one away.
Should have? You think should have?
Dog, bro, they fought. Look, I'm just gonna say this: when Bernardo Silva scored that first goal, just like
Hmm.
every other City game I watch, I was like, "There it goes." And
Right.
then Isak and Gordon back to back bangers, like time
Yeah,
finesse
but those
shots.
are, I mean, those in my opinion were like both against the run of play. Like I think full 90 minutes, I'd say City should take the 3 points in
But
the end.
but look. If you're a Newcastle fan, Newcastle player,
Mm.
Newcastle coach, I give you a 1 goal lead in the 70th minute at your stadium. That
Oh
should be
yeah.
3 points. That should definitely be 3 points. In my
Yeah, they
opinion.
should know. They should have seen it out better.
Those games have been 3 points for Newcastle. Like
Yeah.
at home, they usually
Mm.
shop down. But the guy's back, the man's back,
I would
and
argue it would have been 3 points had he not been back. Like,
exactly fully.
Mm.
I
dude,
think. I mean, just he just came back, man. Like he's ran his game. I think he said in his interview that he can't run full 90 minutes, but whatever minutes he's gonna produce top class minutes.
dog,
No, it
That's
was too it was too obvious. It was so scripted to the point where it's like it was more just like when was he gonna do it? And I didn't know he actually made his like return the week before in FA Cup.
yeah.
yeah,
But I
nobody
feel like
watched
just
that
we
game.
should we should ignore that and just say he came back on against Newcastle because it sounds way better.
No, he got an assist in that game too, so it's not
Yeah,
even like he
yeah.
didn't do
Didn't even
anything.
know.
And if we're being real, Kevin De Bruyne for half a game is better than any other midfielder in the world for
Yeah.
90.
And honestly, I'd say that it's not even how we all know City goes and wins pretty much every game they play, apart from that bad run of form they had a few weeks ago, which was mainly because of injuries and not really anything else. But it's
Mhm.
just the way they do it sometimes.
Crashing.
Like who is Oscar Bob, bro?
Yeah.
And why is he there on the field for that to happen? And like how does the way he scored the goal too? It just becomes like it's just a joke, honestly, for anybody in the title race when you're seeing City pull like hats out of the like tricks out of their hat like every other week
Dude,
with
And
something like that.
AI generated player, AI generated name, two first names. I don't know where the hell they found Oscar Bob, but the ball's on him to beat the keeper in the 91st minute within the 6 yard box. That
La
kid,
Croqueta was
yeah,
disgusting.
that's what happens when you train with those guys all day. You start doing things for fun out there.
yeah,
But in the broader scheme of things, this leaves
Mm.
City second, right behind Liverpool, breathing down their necks. They're both on the
I
same
think
matches played.
Mahmoud was right last week about, this is the running. Like this is when they start 10 in a row, 15 in a row. The same old every season, dude.
Nah, man, we got to do something.
I'm not gonna lie. Like, cities has come had some wins this season that didn't look too convincing. Like, I feel like,
Mm.
um, this string of runs is coming, but maybe not. This doesn't seem like the beginning. I feel like it'll take some time to get on gear and try to get those points across. But like with De Bruyne back now, I
Haaland's
don't.
coming back.
Hans coming back. Yeah, we'll
It's looking
see.
sweet for them. And their next couple Prem fixtures are Burnley, Brentford, Everton,
Mm.
Chelsea. I mean, Brentford again, Bournemouth, and then United in March. And by that time, it might be wrapped up. Um, I do see some big games on the horizon at the end of the season for them. There's a 4 week stretch where they go Liverpool, Brighton, Arsenal, and Villa.
Mhm.
If there's ever a time to stop a run, it's then. But I don't know, bro. They're getting that inevitability back. It's scary as someone watching a deal. Like I don't know how you feel being chased. Um,
I mean, I know this topic came up in on another episode, but I think it's very like straightforward thinking. But being chased is always better than chasing, just because like the odds are in. I mean, the ball's in your court. You
that's true.
control your destiny, and so in that sense, I am happy with the current situation. I know we're about to go into the topic of how Liverpool may drop form because we're hurt, but I will say that like I mean, if somehow Liverpool even manages to keep the lead on goal difference or by even a point going into that match against City in March, I really don't. I think that's like the best outcome that could happen for Liverpool is just staying afloat on the top of the table going into that City game because I think they'll be able to put it away in that match if they keep up until then.
Mhm.
That's fair. I mean, let's just get into that topic already. You know what I mean? Like, so we had Trent, who's out with a hamstring injury. That one looks pretty bad. I've seen reports of up to 6 weeks for that. And then
Mhm.
Salah today in the game against Ghana pulled up with what looked like a hamstring. I mean, like this is worst case scenario when these players go to these international tournaments. You don't want to see this happen, but I'd argue that's either your two most important players or two out of your three most important players.
Yeah, but I'm gonna stop you right there. Like one thing, so I was in England last week and I caught two
Oh,
matches. I watched Liverpool take on Arsenal in the FA Cup, great game, and I also watched the Carabao Cup semifinal against Fulham. And
Mhm.
so Trent got hurt in the FA Cup match. So in the Fulham match, we started Connor Bradley, who I
uh,
know you guys probably don't know who that is.
yeah.
And it's basically he's just out of our academy, really, really quick, almost like a wing back
Mhm.
on that right side. Really, he's a little undersized. That's the only negative I can have, like I could really say about him. But obviously, throwing him into a match against another Premier League club for 90 minutes, I was a little worried. But I don't know if you guys know this, but he won man of the match. He was
Oh,
a game changer in that
whoa.
game, and
Mm.
truly, he doesn't play like Trent. I don't think anybody really does. In the Arsenal match the night before, I was seeing Trent just literally collect the ball from Allison and sending our guys in on goal. Yeah, like that's not maybe how he scored, but he just creates something out of nothing. We're definitely going to be missing that. But as for how Bradley was playing, dude is just like a dog back there. Like
Really?
you couldn't. I mean, Martinelli was not really having success against Trent, but I think Willian it was that was playing on the wing couldn't get by Bradley either. It was really
Wow.
just locked down, and that's why I'm confident that we can fill that position between him and Gomez for the 4 to 6 weeks. Salah might be a different issue though.
But there's
Mm.
another guy you guys have, I think, a center back, Kwanzaa. Is
Oh
that how
yeah.
you say it? That guy is low key
But
quality
he,
as
he
well.
got hurt too, no? I thought he got hurt as well.
Oh,
No, I mean, to my knowledge, it's a selection thing. I know
Oh,
we've
okay.
just been running Konate in non-Premier League matches, which I'm happy about because he's also balling. Honestly,
Yeah.
the last
yeah,
two
he's been in good
games
form.
that we've played, which are non-Premier League again, but against Premier League clubs, he's been a rock back there. And so I'm really not too worried about this defense, which is a crazy thing to say as a Liverpool fan anytime in the last decade. I really, even with injuries, am feeling like good about this. It's just a matter of, Liverpool's always known for its attack. You could name five attackers on Liverpool easily, but right now, no one is really stepping up. And if anybody was, it's obviously Mo Salah. But for the next 6 weeks, unless someone steps up, we're not going to score enough goals to stay on top.
Yeah. No, that's my main worry. Like, look, Trent, as great as he is, he wasn't holding up your defense anyway.
Hmm.
Where you're gonna miss him is on that right hand side, and you compound that with now Salah gone. You just gotta hope dudes like Darwin or Gakpo really take initiative and push
Their
on.
fixtures, I don't know if you mentioned their fixtures already, but they're not too difficult, right? Like I think they have a lot of cup games in the next 2, 3 weeks. They'll probably have Trent back by the end of January.
Yeah, hopefully. I mean, look, we always say that, but like, there's no easy games in the Prem. You know, like it could slip anywhere. And if anything, the most derailing losses are when you lose to like teams you should be beating, right? And
Mm.
that usually happens when you're missing a bit of personnel. But we
But
shall
personally,
see.
like I feel like Klopp doesn't care about the cup games anyways, like long term. So
That's
Yeah.
like
true.
that Fulham game, that Norwich game, like I feel like he's gonna actively be like, as long as I rest my guys and they're back for, I think it's Chelsea on the 31st, which is
Yeah, they
or
got Chelsea and then Arsenal on February 4th, and then Burnley and then Brentford.
Us
So
again? Oh my
yeah,
yeah.
God, bro. Leave us alone. All right. Damn.
it's at our home though, so we'll see.
Well, I don't know. But there was another really, really good game this past weekend. Two traditional top six teams in Manchester United and Tottenham going against each other. I'll just give a quick summary of the game. Hoyland surprised everybody with a banger in like the third minute. Richarlison, of all people, answered back. Rashford answered back. United go into the second half with a 2-1 lead, and then Rodrigo Bentancur with an assist from Timo Werner equalizes, and the game kind of fizzles out after that. What did you guys think? Did you guys watch the game?
Yeah, I think
Did watch the game.
the surprise for Hoyland is for me, like, when I first saw like YouTube highlights of him when he first signed for Man United, I knew this guy had talent, and I knew like this guy would depend heavily on service.
Mhm.
For this Man United team to take full like advantage of Hoyland, they need to play better as a team. Just simple as this. And then
Yeah.
when they are playing better, and there's like at least some sort of patterns of play in the front in the attacking form of their play, I bet you Hoyland is gonna bang. Right
I,
now, it's like he's so disconnected from the team, and Rashford and Anthony or Garnacho on the right, they're just making. They're not including him in the play. They're doing their own thing, and it's very disconnected, and that's why I feel like he's suffering a
I was
lot.
just gonna say, like any attack that is memorable, you look at it and all three, it's usually a front three. They're all moving seamlessly, and
Yeah,
nobody really cares who gets the goal.
yeah,
Even when you look at City's attack, no matter who they put up there, I know like Julian Alvarez doesn't even get the minutes he deserves, but no matter who's up there, it's all about just putting the ball in the net. When you look at United, I think everybody's so concerned about their own form because the team is down that you can't really create any good link up play because you're all trying to score from
hmm
three different spots in the field when you need to work together to put the ball in the net. You saw the Hoyland goal. Hoyland
yeah.
got that ball because Rashford like got
Didn't
a lucky bounce. Yeah, dude. Like, what is that?
Dude, I feel like when Garnacho plays, he's like thinking of his Instagram captions. Like, guy does not see anybody else. But you know
It's
what?
the
Like,
Ronaldo school of thought, dude.
yeah.
yeah, dude.
I've
But
seen three bicycle kicks and two first time volleys off a corner from Garnacho just on TikTok. And none of them have gone like anywhere near the goal besides the one at Everton. So
Yeah.
it's really like you gotta play as a team, man.
I will
yeah, nah.
say for with Hoyland though, like any striker that has real clean ball striking technique is not
Yes,
going to fail. Like
I
those guys are
agree.
gonna get to the top. And once the like service comes in, once they
Yeah.
get him some help, like he's gonna score loads. Because
He
I agree.
that goal is ridiculous, dude. I feel like no one really talked about how insane it was to pull that off.
guy smashed it. Like
Yeah.
strikers with shot power, bro. Bring those
Yeah.
back. I don't know
Bring those.
what these
Yeah.
new guys are doing, but
The new
that's
guys are
the
trying to
one.
like walk it into the goal.
They're not
That's the
even shooting
problem.
anymore, bro.
Yeah,
Yeah,
everyone's trying to
dude.
curl it. Give me a rocket, bro. Like close your eyes and shoot. But United got a good one, I think. I think what that first half showed is what United are the forwards are capable of when they're not in their own head, like and then the second half came and you see them just get absolutely like dominated, I think, for 45 minutes by Spurs.
Mm.
I think Spurs were unlucky not to win the game, to be honest. There's something about like I saw this point made over and over, and it's kind of getting like old, but it needs to be reemphasized. Every excuse that we give Ten Hag and disproves it. You know what I mean? Like all this thing about time, squad building, et cetera, et cetera. This guy just
Injuries.
goes into halftime talks and go and win, and they
Yeah.
just turn up. You know what I mean? He has Timo Werner getting an assist on his debut. Like,
He
I
wasn't
hate to
that
see.
good. He wasn't that
No,
good.
I agree. Let's quickly speak on that because I posted a TikTok about Timo Werner and dudes was mad under there. One guy said, "On God, what are you hating on, bro?" Another guy said, "My guy should be a bit more worried about his own side, no?" And then another guy said he already got himself an assist in his first game, LMAO. This is how I know Spurs fans don't watch football. They go on SofaScore and see that Werner got an assist, but they don't see the 6 shots that went outside the park. Uh, 'cause-
Dude, he's the same exact player as he was with
Yeah.
us. Genuinely. I was watching him. I was seeing him struggle to stay on side. I was seeing him struggle to, keep the ball close to his feet. The same ball retention problems, the same poor shot selection. And the assist was just like,
here
it
you
was
go.
whatever the Prem assist like denominator is, like whatever they made to say this is an assist is so backwards because you could just like tap the ball and then someone could dribble the whole field, score, and they'll give you an assist.
Yeah, man.
But
I don't
PTSD.
know. I'll say this though. If Ange turns Werner good, he got me. Like for real, like that would be something else. If he manages that, he might be the
Nah,
greatest ever.
as soon as Son comes back, he's on the bench.
Yeah.
But
I mean, I'll also give Ange credit for making Richarlison like a startable striker in the Premier League, because
Facts.
that guy was going to the Guangdong Tigers like maybe a season ago. And now he's here. He might not be a top 6 striker, in my opinion. I think if he is a striker in the top 6, he's somewhere between Darwin and Jackson. But
yeah,
he's not at the bottom of that conversation anymore,
Can I be honest,
he's
bro?
not a mid-table striker.
Bro, I don't even think there's 6 top 6 strikers in the Prem.
Dude,
We're in a
you
drought.
notice there's none of the teams have strikers, and that's arguably why they're not where they need to be.
Nobody has a good striker bar City, in my opinion. Like,
No.
City's got 2, bro.
yeah, City got 2 of them, man.
Richarlison got more goals than all of Arsenal strikers.
Really?
That's the part,
Bro,
yeah.
it wasn't even Ange. I heard they got that boy a therapist. They need a whatever that therapist is.
Bro, I don't know if you guys saw this TikTok from the Spurs account of just like the Spurs players walking in for training. They
Oh,
were
yeah.
recording everybody, asking them who the most famous person on their phone was. And I don't know if you guys heard the story of Richarlison's Neymar tattoo, but
No.
Yeah,
he's
yeah,
got
Yeah, on his
some.
back.
Yeah, and like apparently it was so uncomfortable for Neymar to see him on Richarlison's back that he phoned him to ask him to get it removed.
Remove
And
it.
so I don't know if the lady recording this TikTok had any of that knowledge in mind, but she asked him who the most famous person on his phone is, and he says,
Yeah.
"Oh, Neymar." And she's like, "Oh, awesome, give him a call." And he freezes up. He's like, he's probably asleep." And she's like, "Well, we'll just still call him. Like he might wake up." She's literally like forcing him to call him. And finally, like Richarlison in whatever English he knows, like makes it very clear that he's not about to call Neymar. I was like, dude, this is
You
crazy.
don't got that number, bro. That number was not
I said
his
that.
phone.
Dude, he literally dropped the line. He was like, Neymar's number, it changes all the time. I was like, nah, bro, you don't got that
Oh
number.
man.
Bro, there's
That's
some
too
guy
funny.
in South. There's some Saudi guy waking up at 4 a.m. getting a call like, "Yo, Richarlison's calling, bro."
Oh man. Did you guys see that thing today that dropped about Neymar canceling his contract? And then immediately the Saudi PR team was like, no, you guys got it wrong. I think what's happening in the Saudi league is hilarious, bro. We had Neymar cancel his contract, not really. We have Karim Benzema apparently not getting paid. And we have Jordan Henderson, who apparently has not been paid a cent, who just forced a move to Ajax.
Wait, he has not been paid yet?
Bro, he hasn't
Really?
gotten a dollar.
He deferred his salary to avoid like these tax related issues till the end of the season, like a single payment.
He
And
couldn't
now he's
wait.
leaving, so they're not going to pay him because he left.
Wait, I mean, look, I understand the love of football. We're all here because of it, but I mean,
Give me my bread.
you're already there, man. Like, I mean, I'm talking like 3 months. Just if you need to sit out, it's that like you're not doing anything in 6 months at Ajax right now.
Dog,
Like
if
I
anyone
think
out
it's
there,
just I think it's just a Hendo problem because Gerard just extended his contract today.
oh,
at that
I
same
don't
club.
attribute Yeah, go ahead.
Gerrard has like 5 wins in 27 games, and they ran him a 2-year extension. That league is
Dude, that
not
league,
real.
they don't care, dude. They just want to build the popularity up. They
Oh
genuinely
man,
don't care.
if you worked a minimum wage job for the last 3 months, you made infinitely more money than Jordan Henderson has.
Also, why Ajax? Why? There's no way that
That's
like
the most polar
Luton Town
bear.
wouldn't have offered him a loan. Are you kidding?
That's a,
There's like 6 Prem teams that could use him, and he went to Ajax.
I don't know. They got to be paying him a bag, but they're definitely not. I actually don't got bread like that.
I don't get it. And you
It-
see our boy on Twitter, European lad, like hyping up Henderson.
He's
Like, we brought
bro.
Henderson.
He's acting like they signed Messi. Like
It's crazy.
he's been posting Henderson content, and the funniest part
Yeah.
is every pic of Henderson he posts is wearing a Liverpool jersey. He refuses to acknowledge that they're buying him from Saudi. But that sure kills me. But moving along. So we did the first 4. The next one is a topic I'm personally looking forward to. A man that goes by the name of Jose Mourinho has
Special
been
one.
sacked. Special one, sure, but
Special one.
he's not looking like that special anymore. Let me just give you a quick recap of his last 10 seasons where he's finished in the league.
Run that list.
6th, 6th, 7th, 16th, 9th, 6th, 2nd, 3rd, 6th, and 6th.
No wonder he said that was his best year. And
Is this guy really special?
That 16th is a little unfair, by the way. He didn't finish that season 16th.
16th.
He didn't finish 16th.
When he was fired, he was 16th.
Who knows how the season would have ended?
I guess we'll never know because Chelsea thought it was too dangerous. Look, career stats, let me give you. He got 3 Premier League titles, 2 Champions Leagues, 2 like Serie A titles, 1 Spanish League title, and that's it. Look, great coach. I think his Champions League win with Porto is something that'll never be replicated. But when I see this guy in GOAT manager talks, it irks me.
No, he is. He should be.
No manager should be in a GOAT manager talk when their last 10 league finishes is an average of like 8.
These are Rafa Benitez numbers, man.
No, I disagree, dude.
Yeah,
Go ahead,
I
dude.
mean,
He took.
it
He
is
took
hard to defend, you know. Like getting sacked from your last however many jobs, you know, like most guys in that conversation are basically leaving when they want to, when it's like they're on their deathbed or they're really sick of it. And you're seeing him getting removed forcefully from his last 3 or 4 positions.
Yeah.
And so that's a difference, you know.
Go ahead.
I mean, like this is a very personal topic for me because I have a huge part of my Chelsea fandom due to Mourinho, and I love the guy. With Roma, he went to 2 European finals, and he won the Conference League with them with a really bad squad. Let's just put that out there.
I could
Like
look
at how much they spent in the summer. He had nothing to work with there, and then he took them to Europa League final as well. You know, the whole handball penalty controversy. He didn't get that. He tried to fight the ref in the airport. We'll forget that. 2 European finals. At Tottenham, they fired him a day before a final or a week before a final. I mean, yeah, he didn't win that, but I'm saying like that's just stupidity, dude. Like Jose Mourinho does not lose finals.
Can I tell you something right now?
Yeah.
You're talking about GOAT manager, and the last 3 finals you just mentioned were Europa League, Conference League, and the
Look at the teams he's on. You think Roma's a Champions League Champions League caliber team?
You got to be fair to that though. Like the team he inherited there is never meant to live up.
Sure.
Yeah, no one's saying Roma should win the Champions League, dude.
But Roma themselves were like, "This is not good enough. Fire this guy." That's my barometer, right? Like,
that's how it ended. I'm not gonna say this season should say he's not one of the best managers ever.
Okay, but what about the season at Tottenham when he was 7th when he was fired? What about the season at Chelsea when he was 16th when he was fired? What about like all these other instances? Like, it's not like.
But like, look at what he's also accomplished. I would give you the argument that he is like definitely washed. Like he is not kept up with what modern football is asking. But I think his overall start to finish resume is good enough to say this guy like changed football early days. Won big trophies with small teams, and just has created some of the best players.
Look,
genuinely nurtured the best players.
He has great lore. He has great memes. I think he's genuinely one of the biggest
I don't care for that
characters.
stuff, man.
He has genuinely one of the biggest.
I think what Faris is trying to say is that the streets won't forget him, and I think that's fair.
Exactly. No,
Yeah,
but
like,
why
we will
won't
keep
they
him in
forget him?
mind.
Don't streets, don't forget me, dude.
No, dude,
He's
they
bigger
won't
than
forget
that.
him because
He's
That's
not
the
Borussia
argument you're here
Dortmund.
for.
dog,
No, I'm
he
sa-
might actually be Borussia Dortmund though. Like, because
Oh
they had
my
a great
God,
time at
dude.
one point, and then they're washed for the last 10 years. He's washed for the last 10 years. It's not a small patch.
That's not 10 years, dude. I'm saying he literally 2 finals with Roma, dude. Look at that Roma squad. He won a final with Roma. This
But
is
a conference league final is
Faris,
ultimately
no, I know
arguably
it's a
something they
conference
should
league.
be
It's a
winning.
conference league,
Yeah.
but I'm just saying if you just do a little bit of research on Roma's team and what he like took and the players he had to play, dude, these are bumps, dude.
Okay, Forrest, but
Bums.
like these appointments that he's getting is kind of
Kevin.
like these are his choice that he's picking these teams that he
Yeah.
can't do a better job. Like
I
there's
mean, that's true. That's true. But he also underwent, a whole sale of Roma to the new owner, Friedkin.
But he's also signed the contract at Roma, bro. Like the guys he's
Yeah.
going against are
Yeah.
Pep Guardiola, who's going Barca to Bayern to City. You know what I mean? And Sir Alex.
Okay, well, I'm gonna stop you right there. I'm not saying he's better than Pep.
That's what I'm talking about. He should not be in GOAT manager conversations. For me, there's
I
two
agree.
But
guys.
I'm saying if there's a table, he's at that table. Now,
Yes,
if it's
but
like
it gotta
if
be a
there's like
big
5
table then.
seats,
It's got to be
is there 5 seats? He's there.
Hogwarts table.
It got to be a
that
big
sits-
ass
that
table.
that seats all of Gryffindor. That's where maybe you
I'm
got
saying
room.
I'm gonna say this too. His, just to instigate a little bit, he's sitting closer to Pep than Wenger is.
Disagree
Put that out there.
completely.
You're wrong.
no. The thing is, there was a point. I think I would agree
Yeah.
with you. The last 5 or 6 years has like dented his reputation a
If
lot.
he went out after that 16th place finish at Chelsea,
Yeah,
I would have still put him above Wenger. You give me
Honestly, I'd even give him United. I think that we've
He had a good spell at
United's
United.
true
Fair, he
colors,
won like 3
and
trophies.
and he won United trophies, and he pointed out that he's not the problem very clearly.
Yeah.
And so I would even give him that. It's really what happened after.
And Tottenham fired him before a final, dude.
That's just tough though. Like
That's just Tottenham, bro.
you say what you signed a contract at Tottenham. That was your first mistake. You should have had a wellness check right there. But
He's at the table, man. He's at the table.
look, I'm all for giving him that he had some of the highest highs ever in football management. But the one thing he always criticized Wenger for being a specialist in failure, he has been specializing, getting a PhD in failure for the last 8 or 9 seasons. So
and I'm curious to see what's his next move going to be, and I can guarantee you, like 75%, he's going to Saudi, and that's going to be his demise.
that's the dagger, bro. Like it's raps.
I mean, where's Wenger right now, dude?
Wait, that's the thing. He
ended
dragged his exit, but he still left more gracefully than Mourinho did.
I'm
Sometimes,
saying
bro,
you can't blame him. He won trophies at Roma. He won trophies at United.
he won
Tottenham
trophy.
fired him.
He won trophy at Roma.
Oh, sorry. He went to 2 finals and he won one of them. Sure, I'll
Yeah.
give you that. But I don't think this is as like, no, what's the word you said? Gracefully, like this is not a graceful exit. Like this is bad. He got fired, but I can't like stain his whole like. Thing
Okay. What do you
because of
think?
how his last few years,
Bro, can I tell you this? Let me tell you this. If
Yeah.
you gave Jose Mourinho in 2015 a resume of a coach that he has right now, he would call that kid a loser. 100%.
100%.
Like it's not even, bro.
That's
like
such an insane hypothetical, dude. Each season you have to look at like. Go ahead.
Look, Jose Mourinho was never a person to give someone grace. If you gave him a sheet of paper that gave him his own results over the last 9 years, he would call that manager pathetic. It's like fact. And that's me giving respect to him, the standard he kept 10 years ago. It's not the same guy.
You guys literally mentioned before, look at the situation he was at United. They weren't helping him out. He was dealing with all these things.
I'm not going
to
to say
to Tottenham.
that
They weren't giving him players.
For sure.
Inherited a terrible Roma team. Dude.
I'll give you that.
Everything is like subjective. You have to look at each season.
Yeah,
For sure.
I will say that though, with the teams he has really ruined his reputation on, they're all teams that I think a lot of these guys in the GOAT conversation would probably get ran through on as well.
Thank you.
I don't really trust most managers to fix the problem of those past 3 teams. But at the same time, you're right. Like you can't deny that he chose them. So it's really like which way you look at it. If you look at it glass half full, you're gonna say, you know what, I respect his decision. Didn't go well. But if you are someone who's critical, you're gonna say, I mean,
Let me tell you
for
before you say something first. Let me add another thing so you can
okay.
counter that too. There was a point in after Man United's appointment that literally all the pundits, every one of the like general consensus was Mourinho is a toxic manager. These kind of things also plays a part in your career. And the fact after Man United he couldn't get any better jobs other than Spurs speaks volumes as well. Like he wasn't capable of getting a Bayern job. He wasn't capable of getting a Madrid job again. He wasn't capable of getting those high paying jobs because of his character, his accomplishments, and his track record at that
And
time.
how he leaves clubs after he's done with them, right?
Yeah, and how
That's
he
fair.
manages players, how he, does all these things. So
But
he,
in the
that's a part
past,
of his listen. If that's a part of his process to win, you can't absolve him of the consequences of that,
Yeah.
right? Like,
Yeah.
and
I
the
get
other
very.
thing,
Go ahead.
the other thing I was gonna say is like, look, you're saying like, oh, and I agree with you that context matters, right? United, Spurs, Roma aren't clubs to succeed at, right?
but he did in some sense succeed at those
for
clubs.
sure.
Okay, league finishes bad, but look, Roma had not won a trophy in 15 years before he came.
Sure, that's
15
one
years.
club that he won one trophy with. We cannot call his time at United a success, nor his time at Spurs. We
Well,
cannot
look
do
at
that.
United before that. Look at United prior. They didn't win the League Cup, FA Cup, Europa
I'm not
League.
saying he's been worse than the other managers at United, but he certainly hasn't been better. Ole finished second. Like we're not gonna act like that's an
overall,
achievement.
he finished second too.
That's what I'm saying. Like,
But
you
like,
want
how
him to,
can
you want to
that-
call him the same level of coaches. Ole, I'll give you that. Congrats.
But I'm
Like,
saying, how can those things take away from his legacy?
I'll tell you why they take away from his legacy. He signed the contract. Look,
Yeah.
why do we
But
criticize
we know
Wenger?
what he but we know he inherited.
Listen. We know the ownership Wenger was under. Wenger had offers from Real Madrid. I can sit here and talk about what his career would have been like if he went to Madrid. I'm not going to do that because that didn't happen. He made a choice and he has to live with those consequences. He signed these
Yeah,
contracts.
I mean,
with these clubs.
honestly, if
Go ahead.
you look at a lot of these other managers that we compare Mourinho to, we don't really eradicate any of their stints anywhere. We hold them accountable for what they decided to get done wherever they decided to go. And so if you're going to look at Mourinho through like I'm going to absolve everything after 2015, it's not really the same thing.
I'm not
You got to be
saying
doing
that.
that with everybody. Yeah.
I'm not absolving him. I'm saying the things he's accomplished after his, let's say, his success ended at Chelsea, in their own context, is successful.
He's saying with the resources Mourinho had, he still performed to the level other people wouldn't be able to.
And that's where
I can agree. Okay,
I don't think it's an impressive level. I think it's nice that he did that.
But I don't think
you're not sitting at table one with what he accomplished in those 8 seasons.
I think what he did in his first 8 seasons puts him at table one.
Sure, but we can make the same case for Ancelotti, for Wenger, for so many other coaches. It's a big table.
Ancelotti's there too. I'm not saying he's not. Ancelotti's there. I'm not putting Wenger there, but Ancelotti's there.
But I'll tell you what's more impressive than one cup with Roma. 20 seasons in a row in a Champions League when you're making a profit selling your best players, moving to a new stadium. If you want to contextualize things, we can contextualize things all day, right?
Like, then I'll give you those two, but you gotta give it back with Mourinho.
I'm saying that like if Mourinho retired in 2018, 2019, you could have had an argument. What he did now, it has hurt his case.
So
I don't know, dude. Let's watch Roma. Sorry, Adeel. Let's just watch Roma now.
Okay.
Fair enough. I mean, if you decide to flip Mourinho's career trajectory and he had all this failure in the first half, and then he went and had that Porto run right at the end and called it that after that, what would you say?
It would be different. I agree with you.
Yeah, like, I would agree too.
Because I think the exit really
that's just
matters.
public perception, dude.
The biggest case I'll give, and it hurts me to say this, for Sir Alex Ferguson, that guy knew how to leave, when to leave. He delivered the 20th league title and said, all right, yeah, I'll be easy. I'm out of here. Like, that is legendary in and of itself, right? The thing Wenger struggled with, the thing I think Mourinho struggled with is knowing when to let go. And it has to be factored in. I think Pep will do a similar thing, bro. I was surprised he didn't call it after the treble. I don't know what he's shooting for, but
he's not calling it, bro. I don't think he's calling it for a fat minute. And Mourinho is young too. I feel like
I think he's 60.
I think so. Like low 60s.
Crazy how we call that young nowadays. But you're right. For a manager, like
yeah, he's definitely younger than Pep, right?
I think he's younger than Ange.
No, there's no way Pep is older than 60, dude.
No, Pep is younger.
I
let's
was
check
playing not that long ago, like obviously a while ago, but he was a
Pep
player I
is
remember seeing. So
Yeah, Ange is 58 and Pep is
Pep is younger. Oh wow. Pep is
53.
53 and
Yeah.
Mourinho 60.
Yeah.
Yeah, Pep ain't going anywhere, bro.
Yeah.
Demon, man. Some I just wish him retirement, man. I don't want to wish him ill will or just get out of here. Go enjoy your life. But okay, a lot of time spent on the Mourinho topic. I think it was a good discussion, productive discussion. The next thing I want to talk about, look, we're talking about Salah's injury. We're talking about, like all these ongoings at AFCON. Let's talk about AFCON and Asia Cup, right? Two
Mm.
tournaments going on right now. I'll be completely honest. I could not tell you a single fixture that has gone on at AFCON besides maybe the Egypt-Ghana game today, but I am being thoroughly entertained by the clips I'm seeing online. Like
Hey,
the football they're playing, no tactics, no technical ability. It's just passion and vibes out there, and it's football in its purest form. I gotta give big ups. You guys been watching a little bit or no?
I saw Egypt Ghana today. That was pretty exciting. But I agree with you on like all the clips I've seen. It seems like you can throw the best like Premier League top professional into a circumstance like a game against Cape Verde or Mozambique, and it's like hell out there, dude.
They don't know it,
It's
bro.
hell.
Bro, Yves Bissouma, who is like one of Tottenham's best players, got
Mm.
subbed off in like the 50th minute in a game yesterday because he couldn't hack it. And the dude that came on for him is not signed to a club. Like
you ever
What?
play? You ever
What do
play
you
with
mean he
like?
couldn't hack it? Like he got tired?
I mean, like he was just losing the ball, getting pressed, gassed, like it was bad. What were you
No, I
saying?
mean, you know that thing where like when you play with someone who doesn't know ball, they're so hard to get by because they're unpredictable, you know? And I
Bro,
really think that's what's happening.
facts. I felt those when there was high school teams putting up football players in soccer games, and I had no idea what they're gonna do, and they were killing it. They were just bombing it down the line, crossing it in, heading it in. It was crazy.
The
Yeah.
atmosphere at these games are
Nah,
insane
dude.
though.
Dog,
Like it like feels like World Cup matches, dude.
everyone's like throwing stuff. The camera's shaking. Like it's crazy, bro. And the funniest thing on Twitter, bro, I feel like there's more neutrals hate watching these games than actual fans from the countries. Like it'll be like a Ivory Coast versus Nigeria game, and it's like 100,000 dudes from Equatorial Guinea just hating. Like they're just doing
It's
this
so
just
awesome, dude. This is such a beautiful tournament. I'm having
Yeah,
so much fun, dude. Like I'm
oh man.
watching
I
like
mean, I will say,
Ozyman got linked to Chelsea and then he forgot how to score.
Dog. Dude, they said
Insane.
the 130 million pound the
Yeah,
130
yeah.
million price tag must have been in naira instead of
Yeah, that's messed up. That's so messed up.
oh man. Uh there's also the Asia Cup going on. India got beat 3-0 by Uzbekistan today. And everybody on Twitter tweeted the exact same thing. It was like
yeah,
1.4 billion people, and y'all couldn't find one person that could kick a ball.
yeah, bro. That's crazy, man.
It's bad,
That
man.
guy, dude, Sunil Chetri, dude. I remember he was like the only Indian player I knew like 15 years ago, and he's still starting for them.
Dog.
Bro, I remember playing with him on FIFA. Like,
Yeah, that's me
guys,
too.
Yeah, whenever I wanted to disrespect someone on FIFA, bro, I pull out
God,
India or China. Oh man. But okay, something I did want to ask y'all.
hmm,
Why are these tournaments in January? And I know the obvious answer, weather.
yeah,
Right?
that's what I was thinking.
Dog, it's not like let's be serious. What's a better alternative? To pause players' club schedules for an entire month or stick it out in some heat?
I feel like it's because you gotta reserve, like they reserve the summer for Euros or whatever the bigger competition is.
Yeah.
Like I don't know if like you
You
could do
think
all those at once. Like I don't know if they care about ratings and view like as much as American sports, but like Euros this summer. Now I know it's not every summer that maybe you could make it work, but that was my initial impression.
I could see that, but like I don't know. The weather excuse especially bothers me because like you give me the opportunity and the ability to represent my country, I'll go play in fucking 100-degree weather, man. And I know these
Mm.
guys would. It's just the dudes in suits above them that are making these decisions. And it's so like I feel like Asia Cup and AFCON start with such a blemish record just because so many fans see it as an inconvenience. Like you're not giving yourself a fair shot for viewership in the first place, you know?
That's
No,
true.
I'd agree with that. And I also think that if it's hot where you're playing, you can just adjust to that. Like, I mean, I remember we were seeing water breaks. Was it at the
Yeah.
World Cup in
Yeah.
Russia? I don't remember where, but when the heat's reaching a high point, you can control how you structure your tournament. So if you want to give water breaks, extra substitutions, I think that's all a better alternative than to stick a player into Africa or Asia while they're, in the FA Cup semifinal or something else
Yeah.
that's like entirely different. Yeah.
I mean, but like Asian Cup is in Qatar as well, which Qatar played in December as well, you know, so it's not like unprecedented.
Nah, but I agree. But I don't know. I just think it hurts their brand more than anything to go and do that. But let's just off zero knowledge. Everyone, give me your Asia Cup winner and your AFCON winner.
I'm gonna say Japan.
Okay,
I mean,
that's a great
Wataru's
guess.
been balling for Liverpool. I feel like I'm gonna support him. Minamino as well. And for AFCON, I always see Ghana as a dark horse in any tournament. I don't even have to look into the roster. I just see them pulling off upsets in every major tournament since I was a kid.
Yeah,
So I'm gonna give it to them
2010.
again, and I'll give it to Ghana again.
All right, I'm stealing that Japan take and I'm adding Nigeria. Just because of us, man. I think big tournaments you need big players.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go for Asia Cup, I'll go South Korea.
Ooh.
And for AFCON, I'll go Senegal.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
AFCON, I go Morocco, and
Ooh.
for Asia Cup.
Yeah, Japan. I saw something about Japan. Like their country has a plan, like China back in the day, where like by 2040 they need a World Cup delivered. Like, and listen,
They have ballers.
What do you
when
mean need?
like the government was like, this needs to happen. Like, y'all need to go get one of those.
Was there
And
like a or else?
I think bro, the way Japanese society works, I just trust them to get it done. I don't know why, but
Dude, I just realized the Copa America final and the Euros final is gonna be the same day,
yeah.
July
See
14th.
Excellent planning, UEFA. Well,
that's
well
Why?
done.
real. Like that's just ego, bro. They were like, no, they're gonna watch us, and Euros were like, no, they're gonna watch us.
Sir.
But we'll see. I don't know, but I don't know. Hopefully these tournaments end well. It's been fun so far, but I don't know. Not much more to say on that. Last topic, Faris's favorite topic. There's been something going around on Twitter that I personally just had to partake in. Someone came up with the idea like, what if we made a team of animals, an 11 of composed of animals? What would it look like?
Yeah.
I sent one into our group chat. This is the one that's
I,
been getting cooked all day. Just for the
no. I
viewership.
said we make our own. Let's collectively come up with one team.
Okay,
I'm
okay.
about it.
I like the octopus shout at keeper.
I
I think
agree.
I think that makes total sense. Okay.
Octopus and
I
goalie.
obviously have a logistical issue with that, but for the sake of assuming that these aquatic animals can do their thing up here,
Mhm.
I'll allow it. If we're gonna look by certain things like that, I'm down for
Yeah, we gotta.
it. Yeah,
Wait, what would your alternative be? You have an alternative goalie?
I would probably. I mean, I do think he's better suited somewhere else, but given the situation, I'd probably go with probably a monkey.
Ooh, no, yeah. A chimp,
Because he
yeah.
can swing.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
like cat too for reflexes.
I
Like,
actually love cat.
yeah, cat's a good one as well, but I don't know. 8 arms, I feel like regardless of the environment, it
Yeah,
got
no,
it
we're
gotta
gonna
be.
we're gonna give it to him.
Yeah.
yeah.
We got octopus, all right. And then right back, we need fast, right?
Yeah.
Cheetah?
I was
So
thinking, you said cheetah? Nah,
Yeah.
I like cheetahs on the wing, man. I was
Damn.
thinking rhino.
Nah, too
Bro,
immobile,
you're
man.
getting cooked with a Rhino at right back,
Yeah,
dude.
too
Let's be
too
serious.
immobile, way
They're
too immobile.
fast, guys. They're
Yo,
fast.
did you watch Zabaleta's last couple seasons at City? I think that's what we're looking at with a Rhino at right back.
Dog,
He's just gonna get.
you
He just can't keep up.
you give me Cheetah on the left wing against Rhino at right back. That's a mismatch, dude. You call that a matchup?
That's true. That's true. I
Um,
didn't think about that.
Alright.
I like Cheetah. I'll be honest. I do like that. I think there's other animals that can do the job up top, but
Mhm,
having that overlap, no, like that is the most unstoppable overlap you can really
For
get.
sure, for sure.
I
Okay.
agree. At center
I'm-
back, I'm going with the pairing of Gorilla and Orca. Gorilla is like your, like administrator, like big tough guy. Orca, size, strength, but most importantly, mindfulness, right? Like he's your distributor. Let
This
me
is
know.
crazy to me, dude.
Tall figure, guys. What
That's
about
true.
I mean, are we really not going to consider Hippo or Rhino back there? That's just a question I'm throwing. out
Hippo
there. I
Rhino
feel
is
like
to me is the alternative for Gorilla, but I don't know. Gorillas are speaking to me a bit more.
I
What
think
about Giraffe?
Gorilla
Are we
CDM
ignoring
position.
Giraffe?
That's a
Giraffe.
that's a fragile frame, bro. That's
Ah, tall frame, PK looking figure, standing tall. I think
they'll just run under him, bro.
okay. So we'll go for compromise. We'll give Forrest and Nibs Giraffe, and me and Adeel will throw in a Hippo. Huh?
I'm
Okay.
about it.
Okay. Left
But I
back.
will ask, do you think that maybe throwing Giraffe out on left back could do a better job? He's a little more mobile.
I don't know. I like pacey fullbacks, man.
I don't like
Inverted Giraffe?
Inverted Giraffe. There we go.
All right, fine. Inverted Giraffe on the left at left back, and we got Hippo and Gorilla at center back. Can we live with that?
That's an
take
unstoppable
that.
pairing right there.
Okay. Okay. Right mid, left mid. Let's do that at once. We're going 4-4-2 classic. Okay.
Funny that we
Okay.
switched up to 4-4-2 for this
Yeah.
one, but let's run it.
Look, I saw on Twitter a great idea. This guy had Eagle and Falcon on the wings. You know what I'm saying? Vision, speed, like,
Ah,
and it goes with the wing thing. I'm a fan.
I'm a fan.
I love that.
I'm a fan.
That was good. I'll give you that.
that one.
All right. So wings sorted. I think midfield is the most important part of this team. I'll let you guys take a stab at it. I definitely got some ideas though.
I'm putting a lion in there for sure.
I was about to say, I have a very passionate feeling behind putting the Lion as your number 8, as your Gerrard, your Lampard, whatever. Like that guy is the heart of the team.
Okay, I'm on board with that. But may I suggest Dolphin?
No.
I
No.
love
not.
that. Loki.
Why?
Because
Vision, bro. Vision is so important, man. These guys can hear, they can see, they're scanning, and they're playful. They have a little bit of a Hoga Bonita. You know what I mean? Like it all works for me. But let me know your
Dolphin
thoughts.
could be back to goal and can echo locate Hawk making a run down the wing.
Yeah,
playing
that's
in over the top. It's just a different game for him. He's playing against boys.
I hate this so much.
It might not actually be even fair to do that. So
Yeah.
let me know if y'all have anything better, I guess. But I think there's an argument to be made for Chimp. If Chimp missed out,
There's not,
I think
dude.
he'd be a good box to box, high energy guy, like hustler. You know what I mean?
I will say
That's
that I
racist.
don't think there's a job that Chimp can do that Lion isn't already doing.
Yeah.
That's fair.
But
that's fair.
but I do love the Dolphin move. I mean, you just have a visionary in there.
Yeah. And
He's a
his
gentleman.
vibes. Yeah. All right, we're going
He's
Lion
elegant,
Dolphin
too.
pivot. We're going Lion Dolphin pivot, I think.
Lion Dolphin
I think
pairing.
so too.
All right. And then up front, this is our most important. We got 2 positions. A fox in the box, maybe.
Yeah, that's the obvious one. That's the obvious one.
Oh, my bad. My bad. All right. And then the next one's up for debate.
I mean, I'm gonna give a shout that is definitely up for debate. I don't know how y'all feel about this, but there's a reason why he's the cover boy for strikers on FIFA. But the snake,
Oh.
that guy is the definition of a hunter.
Snake?
Oh, silky. Yeah.
Yeah, bro.
I don't see enough ball striking ability in that
That's
one.
true.
And,
That's
and,
true.
and more specifically, like a python. You know, like
A python. It's a big
That's
snake.
that's your, back to the defender and then, like take a touch and shoot kind of guy. But I agree
Yeah.
with this. We do probably need a bit more ball striking, something more powerful.
Yeah.
I don't
What a
know.
dog, dude. A dog.
A
A
domestic.
tiger?
You want a domesticated animal in this starting
Or
11?
a wolf.
Maybe a hound.
That's what we're talking about. Give me a wolf.
Wolf is like 15 goals consistently.
Are we running mythical creatures too? Like
All right,
Oh,
relax, dude.
wait.
This guy just got excited, dude.
He's gonna
Bro,
be like dragon.
the game would have to be stopped every few minutes because the unicorn goes for a header, man. It's just not gonna work out.
Yeah, mythical creatures like PEDs, bro. We can't be doing that. But I like wolf. So to round out our starting 11, octopus in goal, cheetah right back, gorilla, and I believe it was hippo center back pairing with giraffe at left back, falcon, eagle on the wings. We got dolphin, lion in the midfield pivot, and up front we got a fox in the box, and what was it? A wolf. A wolf.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a good team, dude. That's a great team.
I think an elephant should be the coach because they're smart.
Wow.
Oh, true.
Wow.
And they're fat. You know what I mean? I feel like
Wow.
a out of shape coach is always like it bodes well, to be honest.
I agree.
I think that team could win everything there is to win in the Animal
That's
Kingdom.
right.
But yeah, awesome, amazing podcast. That's about all the time we have, I think. Yeah, a minute on the clock. Look at us go. Thank you for joining. Thank you for believing in us. Thank you for commenting, even if you disagree with me. We love to see it. Thank you for welcoming our new friend of this podcast before you even do it. That's just preemptive. We hit 86 followers on TikTok. We're trying to get to 100. We hit 18 followers on Instagram. We're trying to get to like 19, maybe. Could we do that? YouTube, I lost hope in, but let's just keep pushing. We're also on the audio platforms if you're listening. Thank you for listening. That's episode 14. That's us. We'll see you next time. All right.